The planet is facing trouble with issues like carbon loss, dead soils, overuse of fertilizer and pesticides. Sustainable Green Team is doing something about that. So with me to explain more, CEO Tony Raynor. Great to have you back here at the NASDAQ.
Good morning.
So let's talk about this pressure getting this new partnership with Jimmy Houston Outdoors.
Yeah, we're really excited. Jimmy has been an iconic TV outdoor enthusiast for over 47 years. He really cares about the health of our planet, and just he's loved by Americans, and is really big into the outdoors. Yeah, I figured, one of the things is a lot of people don't really know what we're up to, and and the amount of content that is going to be created, and a lot of information it's going to be like a download for what you're doing here on this ranch, and the amount of content that's going to come out. It's going to inspire people to want to do better.
Well, absolutely. We've got several different projects we got going here. We did about 4 or 5 different things yesterday. We'll be doing some things tomorrow. We'll be doing more as time goes by. We've got some of our food plots. We've got, like I told you, I don't know exactly, but probably in the neighborhood of about 100 acres of food plots. That's a lot of food plots. That's where we plant seed in the fall, sometimes in the spring as well, and we're growing. We're growing a food plot. But yeah, we've got a lot of things we will be doing in addition to the things we've done. We'll do some stuff continually, and then we're going to be watching it happen. Be watching it happen on our social media, some of your social media, Chad's social media. We can do and share and stuff. And we're going to really be seeing what the products that the Sustainable Green Team is creating, how that works real time, real life, as we watch it go. Now, we can't make a miracle of putting some humus soil down and then come in tomorrow and there's big, beautiful green lawn there, because that takes a little bit of time. But we can show things happening from week to week, really. And like our tomato plants, that's kind of a little deal. And who in the world plants tomato plants in August when you got 15 days forecast no rain? And yet we tried it. Now, will those tomato plants grow and that work? We'll find out. We don't know. You and I don't know that. We'll find out. And we'll tell the people the truth, and the same way with planting. Some pretty extreme, harsh tests that we've used with humus soil, and then that we'll be doing with all the new products we come out with over the next few months, the next few years. All of the things that will basically help mankind.
Being a part of the outdoors and being involved in having a ranch like this, and people really do enjoy seeing things that are authentic. What's really happening. All these years that we've seen chemical fertilizers and, the destruction that has really left a warpath of food security issues around the planet. So not only are we making a difference here in America, but this is a global effort. This initiative is huge for people to be able to see in real time how this stuff really does work.
Oh yeah,
and how they can apply it in their home.
And when you talk about creating water in the ground, it's going to do so much for the outdoors, and which has been our livelihood and our life. Basically all of my life. We moved to the lake when I was between my junior and senior year in high school, so when I was 16 years old. And basically the outdoors have been my life, and it is still day by day by day. And when we look at things just as simple as hay pastures, and when a guy cuts your hay, he'll give you a bigger percentage of the deal, because it's basically like an old sharecropper deal. Guy cuts your hay and he gets a percentage of it, and you get a percentage of it. But if you've got fields that are fertilized, which the owner of that field gets a bigger deal. And we've been fertilizing for years and years and years here in America, all over the world. And that fertilizer, while it has increased more hay, it makes more wheat, more corn. We put deal on to kill the bugs. Here, we spray our pecan trees with chemicals to kill case bears in the spring, pecan weevils in the fall. And all of those have been good, but at the same time, we've been destroying what God created. And we've been destroying the earth. We've been destroying the soil. We've been destroying the air. Nobody, I think, cares more about our environment than hunters and fishermen. We don't have an agenda. We have a life. This is our life, the outdoors. And even if you're not fortunate like I've been, in order to be able to, make a living fishing, people say, wow, what a dream job. And people say, have you ever had a real job where you really had to go to work? They don't realize how difficult, how much work you do to fish national tournaments, to do television shows, to do 1,000 social media videos a year and stuff like that, to do, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 personal appearances. You don't realize how much work that is, but it's work, but it's because of what we love to do, the outdoors, the hunting, the fishing. And all of this is so important to us. And when you think about from a tournament fisherman, if we destroy the fisheries, we're out of work. You can't have fish tournaments. If we destroy the fisheries, I can't make a living doing television shows. Bill Dance can't. Roland Martin, Hank Parker, all these great television names has been doing outdoor shows. So it's, and even if you are not making a living in it, if you're just a fisherman or a hunter, you want it better. You want it better for your kids, your grandkids, and the only way to do that is to be an environmentalist, a conservationist from the same stance. It sort of seems to me like here in America, maybe not all over the world, but here in America, we look at environmentalists and we think of people that don't want you catching the fish, don't want you hunting the game. We think as a conservationist, those are individuals that's wanting to make everything better for everybody and everything we do in it. Enjoying the lakes, the waters, the streams, what God's created. And with this, what we're doing here with the Sustainable Green Team, we're putting it back more to the way God created it. The earth can at one time, perhaps again, become a Garden of Eden. The whole world can become a Garden of Eden.
Making one with nature.
It's exciting to me. I mean,
it is.
You know, I'm an excitable person. You can tell that by just hanging out with me for a few days. But I get excited about hunting stuff, fishing stuff, equipment, lures, a new lake, all kinds of stuff. A new way to make fish larger and a new mix of a Florida fish and a northern fish, or all those kind of things that have come around. But I think that in all of what I've done in the outdoors and what I've done with the passion I have for the outdoors and hunting and fishing, this is like the most exciting thing of all, but when you're actually doing something that helps the water, helps the woods, helps the grass, helps the soil, helps the air, and that's what you're doing.
Tune in next week for part 2. We will have more conversations with Jimmy Houston, America's favorite fisherman. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on these social media platforms. Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.